Now, I already did build a fuel barge called the Monster Fuel Barge that was part of... There it is. That was part of refueling the ship that went to rescue Wafflebird in the first place. Once I put it in orbit, it needed to be refueled. Now, I think there was some confusion based on comments and things that I've received about, you know, why did I run out of fuel? Did the math fail me in my working out a budget? And the answer to that question is no. The math did not fail me. I failed me. What ended up happening with that mission, the Wafflebird mission, is I was getting frustrated during the build, and I finally said, I'm just going to launch the thing empty. And so I just launched the thing empty because I was getting frustrated with the build, and I said, I'm going to build a fuel barge. Here's said fuel barge, and I'm just going to fuel it up in orbit. And then I ran out of money while going through that fueling process and couldn't launch enough fuel barges, and at that point I just said, screw it, let's go anyway. So that is what happened there. So this is the fuel barge that I initially built. Now, Wafflebird, I went over and looked, and he needs 7,740 units of liquid fuel to fill their tank. So what I'm interested in is how much does this have in it right now? Because if I can just reuse this or even scale it down a little bit, I would be a happy pappy. So right here, oh my gosh, there's 15,110 units. Okay, we're gonna see if we can scale this down a little bit. So we're gonna take out all that oxidizer. There is 15,000 units of liquid fuel, so I can take this and just scale it down. I love that idea. Okay, and what's up at the top here? Yeah. So let's just take this and scale it down. Okay, so we're gonna take this off. There's a great bit. There's no way that's gonna be too small, right? That is 5,000 units of fuel. That's not too small by much. What if we take this out? This is probably too much. That's 12,000 units of liquid fuel. That is 7,610 units of liquid fuel. That is so close. Let's grab some of these. What if I put on a couple of Mark 1s? Well, that's too much. The Mark 0s. That is 7,710. 2 more Mark 0s. Oh, this is going to be quick, much more quick, a much quicker build if I do this. There's another Mark 0 on the other side. There, 7,810. That's the liquid fuel. Let's turn these off because this fuel needs to be delivered. That is the liquid fuel that Wafflebird needs. So the next step in this is to build some sort of vehicle that can get that there. So this is going to be Monster Fuel Barge 2, the Interplanetary version. We're going to need... Just want to put on some... That's what I'm looking for. Just sort of clean this up a little bit. Got to be clean. There's RCS blocks in funny spots, but I'll worry about that later. This thing is also going to need an interplanetary antenna. And it helps if I put it on the right job. There we go. So I'll just stick you here. Just need one. Might move it in the future, but for now, that's its home. Okay. So that's the fuel. That's the fuel that needs to get there. Now what I'm thinking. What am I thinking? Let's cut 2.5 meters down here. Let's get a 2.5 meter tank. Like, let's start with this. Take the oxidizer out. So this is actually going to be for propulsion, as it were. And let's see, don't I have one of them there? quad couplers. That's a tri-coupler. Isn't there a quad coupler version? That's what I'm thinking about. What does this look like if I stick on... What might make more sense, actually. Maybe... Oh, this makes more sense. Do that, do that. Get the Mark 1 tank. Just see what this is like with some nerves on the bottom. So this will be the final stage. It'll definitely don't need to be bigger than this. But how much delta V? How much does that get? It's a 0.31 thrust to weight ratio. That's 3,784 meters per second of delta V. That ain't bad. The entire budget, I worked it out again based on the Wafflebird's new orbit. The entire budget to get to Wafflebird, and it doesn't have to come back. It's just got to refuel and then we'll dump it there. Is 6,590 from low Kerbal orbit to there. So I'm already more than half of it here. I'm not entirely discouraged. Let's see. Put a couple more on here. Decent thrust to weight ratio too. Oops. I'm gonna keep just adding these until I get... Of course, what might work better... Oh, I don't know. I just leave this. This is 25. Okay, the alternative, let's just show the alternative. This might be smarter. Not that I always... Sometimes I think I'm being smart, but I'm not. But what might be smarter is to take something like this. Mark 1 cans. A single nerve. This might not be enough TWR. Yeah, that's so wimpy. It's not going to be worth the while. Yeah. Throw that away. Let's do it with the and then go off radially. You know, drop tanks and all of that jazz. But I think I might go back to that core that I had just there and just put a whole pile of drop tanks on it. That might be the smarter way to do this. Okay, let's try the bi-coupler. This has to come off. But I got me a feeling I'm going back to my quad coupler configuration. 0.21. Well, 2,000. Yeah, no. Let's go back to the. I know what I'm gonna do. Do that. Do that. Take out some of this, and then drop tanks. That's what I'm thinking. Whoops. Okay, that's a 0.31 thrust to weight ratio. But then what I'm thinking is not putting on more nerves, just living with low TWRs, maybe a chemical rocket on the bottom too to give it its oomph out of like Kerbin's SOI. It's oomph, that's the word. I am looking for a decoupler dummy, so I'm completely looking in the wrong section. But I'm thinking do something like this. Bear with me for a bit. I do have a plan. Okay, put this on two-way symmetry. Oh, it's not going to let me do two-way symmetry because you're a basket head. Okay, then what we'll do it, because these are already on four-way symmetry. But what I'm thinking, okay, remove this one from symmetry. Remove this one from symmetry. Fuel line me. These fuel lines feed to here. Oh. Remove that from symmetry. That feeds. Oh, and then I gotta. Okay, I got Yeah. Put that back. Remove the tank from symmetry. Then goes 1. There we go. That's what I want. There. And then we come over to this. That one's fine. This fella. Remove that tank from symmetry. Remove that from symmetry. And fix the staging up. Hoping this is all making sense. Why is there an empty stage down here? Because I put it there. That's why, you dummy. Okay, so that one goes in there, and the other single one goes in there. So now, by Kerbal Engineer standards, let's see if we can get... Yep, they both agree at 6,360 with a decent thrust to weight ratio. Again, I'm getting very, very close. Maybe just a few more cans on here. $6,871, that's plenty. Let's remove some, in fact. The first one to drop is going to be this one, so this guy gets removed. And that guy. $6,621. Me like it. Me like it, me like it. And like, okay, thrust to weight ratios all the way, but this should do it. This should do it. We just need to sign and clean this up good. Let's put some nose cones on it, just to put on some nose cones, make it look a little cleaner. Of course, not in orbit yet. Where's the basic JoJo nose cone? There you are. Why are you hiding on me? There. Can it go 4-way? Yeah, there we go. Slide these up. Whoa, why are you going? What's that going in business? Don't like that. Just up. There we go. Slide this one up. Slide this one up. We'll do some struts. Got to fix those RCS blocks. But as a basic idea, I think I got a ship. All right, make these fuel lines white too. Don't know why, they just should be white. Everything's white. Okay. So, no, do not fear the Kraken. The Kraken smells fear. You cannot fear the Kraken. Okay, I'm just gonna fix these RCS blocks. And I'm noticing my center mass is way down here, but that's because of where the fuel is. But I really don't feel like taking off what I just... Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine if I just move 2 of them down here. Like so. And leave those more or less where they are. A little higher. Okay, so there's 4 down there. Yep, 4 up here. Do they all have the yaw pitch roll disabled? Looks like they do. Yep, okay, that's good, good, good. Okay, so RCS, solar. We definitely want to have some solar, but I think just a pile of aux stats will be fine. This thing's not going to be doing anything too strainerific. Oh, there already are a bunch of aux stats on there. That's happy. Happy, happy, happy. Okay. Docking port on the top, right there. Plenty of monopropellant. 120 units of monopropellant should be fine. Actually, it doesn't even need... Wafflebird ship has RCS. We'll keep the RCS on it, but to be honest, this thing actually technically doesn't even need RCS. We're gonna put some separatrons on those tanks. Once I find them. There they are. On those drop tanks. So that they shall, you know. Now, are they all? Oh yeah, I got 4. Okay. And then 4 the other way. We'll give this a test in a bit. Make sure everything stages and flies okay. Okay, there. Struts. There's more. You actually, when you use the quad coupler, tri-couplers, and all that stuff, you really need to strut across the bottom here, because this is not connected on the bottom, and those will wobble around. So do make sure to get that. But I also need to strut these tanks up a bit, like so, and keep going for these nice clear ones, and up here at the top, like so, and down here, and down here, like so. Okay, I just want to look around, struts all around, because I was playing around with symmetries and stuff. Still 6,588. I'm sure that's fine. We'll use the... Okay, I gotta throw this away. We're gonna have to build a whole new lifter for this. But there it is. There's my fuel contraption. Okay, I'm gonna just... Let's see, what time we got? Yeah, what I'm gonna do to finish off this stream is put this... Just do a launch. And we'll cheat this way into orbit just to see the way it performs. Oh, that antenna is something to look out for. Can we retract you? Yeah, there we go. Oh, and I'm also... What am I doing? I'm not going to launch this, for goodness sakes. We're going to set it in an orbit. So that antenna could have stayed the way it was. Extend the antenna. Okay, put this on here. So we're putting it onto the prograde vector. I'm just going to fire off these engines. Oh, the staging's completely borked. Okay, we got all the separatrons are in the wrong. Oh dear. Okay, I see what's happening here. I put the separatrons on with the wrong symmetry. You dope. You dope. Okay, I need to remove these guys from symmetry. Remove from symmetry. Remove from symmetry. Same on the opposite side. Remove from symmetry. Remove from symmetry. These should be higher too. I'm looking at these separatrons are too low. They need to be up here somewhere. Okay, now let's fix the so these fell. Which ones are staging first? These ones are staging first. So all these singles need to be up here. And these doubled ones need to be here, and I'm hoping that's got the staging sorted out. We'll find out very soon. Okay, so throttle up and punch it. So there we go. We are nerving away. It's not going to accelerate quickly, but I think it's accelerating quick enough, and this is when it's lowest, and we should be just draining on these tanks here, which we are. And these guys should still be full. Good. And these middle ones should still be full. And of course, these guys should never get used out here. Okay, let's do stage and see what happens. So, staging. Yeah. I think I still got to adjust those a little bit, but that worked okay. That gets us a little bit more acceleration. Now we're working on these tanks. Yeah. And these guys should still be good. Yeah. And, okay, let's stage those guys. That's the ticket. Alright. I think this whole vessel is going to work for me. Well, of course, I still got to get it in orbit, and that's always the devil of these things, isn't it? Is to getting it into orbit. But hopefully things will go a little better than they did last time. As I always should do and don't do enough, thank my Patreon patrons and YouTube members who continue to support this channel. And I would like to recognize the people that are just joined in the last week. We have ourselves Wile E. Coyote and Mohammed Alkamar. So thank you very much for joining our illustrious team. And I'm pushing the wrong button. There we go. And of course, a very special thanks to everybody who continually supports this channel, especially a lot of my long time. Some people have been doing this for quite some time. But anyway, let's get on with the build. We need to get this thing into orbit. So yeah, now I did make it a little bit funky down here at the bottom. Can I use, I don't know if I can use engine plates or anything down. Oh, what am I going to do down? Maybe just go radial. Maybe just go radial all the way up. Maybe is the plan to do. I've got no, as per usual, I don't think these out at the time. I just go ahead and do them. But I'm looking down here at the bottom 4 engines and thinking about, I was thinking about perhaps putting something on the bottom here, but just with the way I kind of built this, it's going to be kind of hard to. No, no. I think the best thing's just to go radial. So we'll start with, let's get ourselves some decouplers, and we'll get the larger, excuse me for a second. Sorry, a little bit of a frog in the throat, as it were. Okay, we'll start with these, excuse me again. These larger radial decouplers, and we'll go as big as we can. Let's arrange these by size, go all the way down here to the bottom. These are the, it can't be requiring anything as big as, it's doing that stupid thing. I hate that. There. There's no way it's gonna need, no. I refuse to believe it's gonna need anything as big as that. So let's scale it down a little bit. Let's go with the regular Rocco Max. See what we can do here. So we'll put that on. Start small, work our way up. Don't want it to be bigger than it needs to be. We'll put on some of these twin bores. It's amazing what you can lift. If I can get it to stick on the bottom here. There we go. There. With a pair of twin bores. Now, definitely do not want, just looking at this, all that needs to go here. This needs to go away. For some reason, it's not giving me the little, whatever. I'll figure it out later. Okay. That is 1,800 meters per second, thereabouts. A thrust weight of 1.46. That is a little on the light side. So, I think what I shall do, let's go a little bigger. Here, let's actually go this way around. Go sizing, that's 4.5. The 3, what do we call these? Okay, that's 2.5. So these are the next bigger cans. So maybe I need these big guys. I didn't think I did, but wait, I have bigger ones than that. Where did, okay, this is not organized well. Going back, arrange these by size, biggest ones on the bottom. Okay. Alright, and going with the big engines, again, arranged by size. Won't go SRBs. Those are... I think I have better options than this, don't I? Oh my gosh, it keeps arranging these in a funny way. There, now I can get rid of this. Okay. What happened? Oh, we got... I got engines in funny spots. Where are these engines? Way up. What are you thinking about putting those way up there? I don't. That doesn't make sense. Okay. And these decouplers here. Okay, that makes a little more sense. I'm only looking at... Oh, see, that's already kind of monstrous. Do I need to go with the sort of Saturn V-ish? I'm talking about these guys. Oh, they're the... No? Yeah, they're the big ones that I wasn't noticing before. I mean, I could just strap a couple of Saturn V's to the side and call it a day, right? A little awkward getting these all in place, but we'll do our best. Where are you? There we go. I think there's some... Okay, I got a better plan. Sorry, there's just some funkiness going on with those engines, so I'm just going to go to one-way symmetry and then we'll double it up after. I think is the better idea. Because I noticed there was some funky clipping going on. Let's do this, this. Oh, for goodness sakes. With the symmetry, there was... I noticed at one point there were two... There we go. Now I know there's no engines going. And then what we'll do is we'll take this and we'll double that. There we are. That's safer now. Again, engines are in very funny spots. Put that there. Put those there. That goes there. Okay. That is plenty of... That's plenty of everything right there. Whoops. Put it back on compact. Plenty of thrust. Plenty of delta V. I think I'm just going to do this. Just keep her simple. So what I'm going to do, I want them to be a little further away from the craft. So I'm going to get some of these just little girder dudes. Just to put a little bit of extra distance here. There'll be plenty of strut. Oh wow, you're upside downy. Nope. Nope. And I'll warn people in the chat right at this moment that it is during times like this that I have a great deal of difficulty reading what's going on in the chat. I am really having trouble just getting this onto here. Let's remove this. Let's just try this quickly again. There. And this should be able to go onto here. But it's being very... Ooh. It's being very KSB. I know it's wanting to stick. Again, maybe the better plan. Just to make one of these. And then double it up after. Son of a... I think I'm... Oh, I might be putting myself into more of a problem than... Okay, there. That doesn't look terrible. I thought it was going to be worse. Well, this will require some testing. I just wanted to get this bit clear of the stuff on the bottom, that's all. And now I can grab, hopefully, this whole decoupler. There. That's what I was shooting for. Was that so bad? Was that so bad? No, probably all these engines are wrong again. These are in the wrong spot, that's for sure. Okay. Again, there is 3,688 meters per second of delta V right there. So what I'm just thinking about, and a mountain of thrust. So what I'm just thinking about is just kind of finishing this off. So we need something, yeah. And then down a size, like, this is 2. Oh, that's the 3.7. Oh, gosh, I went way bigger than I probably needed to. And then down another size. No, it looks funnier like that. Down. Actually, no, just a big nose cone on the top of that, silly. Just like that. Don't I have bigger nose cones? Maybe I just... Yeah, I do. Do I have I so rarely see... Yeah, let's throw all this away. I so rarely use these ginormous parts. That I'm just not familiar with what's there. Okay, what do I got? I think I'm gonna need... There's a pair of reaction wheels here. Maybe just some control surfaces and maybe this thing will be good. We'll see. We'll see. Let's get into aerodynamics. And let's see, what do we got? Just go by name. I know where they are. Aerodynamics. That's not aerodynamics, silly. I'm just looking to make like some deluxe winglets down here. Sure. Snap on a pair like that. The other two go... Oh, they're on that side. Okay. Pair like that. Pair like that. Where's the other one? Oh, it's there. That's not useful. So single one there. Symmetry is very, very messed up right now. Single one there. We'll see. I'm honestly just considering just like pushing it up. Pushing it up and just calling it. Of course, that's what got me into trouble last time. Okay, it's gonna need... Oh, it needs... Let's get some separatrons. Separatrons. And there's probably lots and lots of very useful things happening in the chat that I'm completely missing. Because I'm concentrating on this. Okay, let's... I'm gonna go with... where's the other one? Oh, it did go over on a sensible spot. Good. I'm gonna go with, like... 3 of these. So, like, there... 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 Oh, so those are backwards. Oh, I'm not. Zoom in. Like that. And of course they're... Oh, it actually put them in the right spot. I am kind of blown away by that. Where are these guys? I got some floating around somewhere. Oh well, should be okay. And struts. And if this flies, I'll be more shocked than you are, guaranteed. Strut here. Strut here. Strut here. These struts are fabulously powerful. Okay. Oh, I got... Shoot. Extra struts floating around. Okay, let's just go with single symmetry because sometimes the symmetry is behaving for me and sometimes it's doing strange and wonderful things. Okay, so we got 4 struts on the bottom. Let's go with 4 struts at the top. So strut like that. Strut like that. Strut like this. Strut like this. Save. Still 3,659 meters per second. Thrust to weight is 0.53. I don't know if I want to get into, because I don't think if I adjust one of these that I will see the other one adjust. Oh wait, no, I stand corrected. Okay, let's just take down this middle engine. Thrust weight, launch in the atmosphere 0.38. I stand corrected. Clamps. Crisscross for more strength. I will crisscross those struts for more strength should it need it. But right now, it may just be strength enough. And if it's strength enough, then I'm fine. If it ain't strength enough, then we'll deal. What bugs me, or not bugs me, but there is a bit of an asymmetry. This isn't quite rotated square to that, so everything looks a little bit funky. Not a big deal. Maybe one here. And one here. Alright, and where do they all go? Of course you're all in a dumb spot. All the engines need to go here. And all of this goes here. Alright, let's save. Do ourselves a test launch. See what happens. Oh, I do have those shrimps. You know, I never think about the shrimps. I never think about the shrimps as separatrons. As separator engines. Yeah, if the separatrons don't work, I'll go to the shrimps. It's one of those parts that I always forget is even there, because I hardly ever use them. Okie dokie. Let's see what happens. So SAS on, we'll throttle up. Done all that, done all that, done all that. Aerodynamically, this thing is probably terrible, but we'll see what happens. So, boom, boom. There she goes. There's upness involved. That's always a good sign. And whoa, 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 whoa! There is a ton of between the control surfaces, but I think mostly all those gimbaled engines down there. There is a ton of attitude control. That is not an issue. So I got it just locked on there. I want to get this heading to 90 degrees. Hopefully it'll kind of settle in on that. And then the less I do, the better, as far as I'm concerned. I'm just going to kind of let it go. I like the ascent profile. Might be a smidge steep, but that might not necessarily be a bad thing. Will you make a new video for useful? I do not have a plan on making a specific video about mods anytime soon. I am a perfect player. Right now, what's going on are these streams once a week, and then every other week my RP1 series. The RP1 series takes a lot of time to put those videos together. So, that's all I got going. Like, because there isn't time to be doing anything else. So, any requests for any other types of videos, I'll kind of put them aside and put them in the hopper, but they're not going to be happening anytime soon. Doing a series on mods is always something that I've considered. It's just, there's just always this too many, you know, there's more video ideas than there is time to make them all. Okay, so we've reduced our throttle. We're holding that apoapsis at about a minute away. So I'll keep adjusting throttle for that, but otherwise, like, I'm stunned. We'll see how the separation of these fellas goes. But yeah, no complaints. It's kind of amazing the stupid stuff you can strap together in KSP and just go. I'm a little mad at myself that the original vehicle gave me so much trouble. I think I just wasn't in a good headspace that week. If you recall as well, I shouldn't blame things on my tools, but I was having all kinds of mouse issues, and I got a new mouse specifically because of that video where I built the original Wafflebird rescue. So maybe that's what's helping. All I want to do now is just make sure all the staging is good, because we're making orbit. I don't see an issue on that front. You know, strip a pair of Saturn V's to the side of something, and everything's golden. So our apoapsis is already at over 70 kilometers. So I think I'm just going to let this ride up until about, I guess, about 90. This thing has to make an interplanetary ejection. So we'll make our altitude a little higher than what I normally do. So I'll cut this when the apoapsis gets to 90. Oh wait, 90 I said. 90. 90. Getting that space music. Okay. So we're going to have some fuel left over in those things for our ejection, because we're over 2,000 meters per second here. Orbital velocity is like, I don't know, what is it, like 2,2¼ kilometers per second, something like that. So only have to add on another couple of 100 meters per second, and this thing will be in orbit, and then what I'll do is just kind of keep going. Okay, let's go for an orbit. Okay, not pretty, but that's okay. Probably my TWR is stupid. Yeah, it is. So what I'm gonna do, let's just keep it locked to prograde. Let's lock. I want to see, or let's just throttle. I want to see how this separation goes here. And if that goes cleanly, I think I'm good. Stage. Okay. Nah, it's alright. It's fine. Probably lower those separatrons a bit. Okay, let's cut. Stage. Revert. Vehicle assembly building. Let's do it. Okay, what I found was these were just a little bit too high. I also think I don't need 6. So we're gonna... And I just found... Yeah, let's bring them down. Or like that. Ah, pooper heads. There we go. Okay, again, one last look at staging, but I think that should be good. That should be good. That should be good. Action groups. Do I have any action groups on the go? Doesn't look like it. So on 0, we'll put deployment of this antenna. That's the one. Okay, just extend the antenna, I guess. Are there any other deployable stuff on this? Not really. Pretty dull. Let's just go to 1 and we'll do the opening the... Where's the... We'll do both control from... Oh, wait, on 1... Oh, I do have the Clampetron shielded docking port. Okay, and the lights. Toggle the shield, toggle the lights. Okay, 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 I did do something here. Let's also put the control from here on that. And then on 0 is for the antenna. Toggle the antenna. Oh, I already had it here. Oh, for goodness sakes. I'd already done that. Already done that. Okay, we're good. Save, launch. This one's for realsies.